Hello, and how are you guys doing? My name is Jousy Joshua Kooko, and this is the HardLock Podcast, episode number 10. And I'm so glad you're able to join us today. Like I told you last week, we are again at Art Studios, and that's where we're shooting everything today. This is Nvara, and I'm super excited that you're able to join us today. And for those who gave us amazing viewership last week, I want to say thank you so much for the comments, for the shares, and for appreciating the work we're doing. I know we did a fantastic job with the Uncle Nyaks. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I have for you the man himself, D'wayne Gabana. That is the musician in West Nile. But before we do anything, ladies and gentlemen, let's run the intro of the show, and I will be right back. Okay, welcome back from the intro of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Like I told you, this is the HardLock Podcast. For those who are joining for the very first time, this is the 10th episode. I'm super excited because it's a mark for us on the show. Let's get straight into our good and downright ugly of the particular week. Last week, what exactly went down? Now, we are starting with our local stories, exactly what happened. Now, rapper and poet Milton Mark Peter, aka Bar Spoken, actually lost his father last week in a very cold and nervous post on Facebook. The hip hop guru confirmed this, that indeed he had lost his father, Mr. Ozere Peter, that occurred on the evening of Saturday, 19th of November 2020. Now, he was laid to rest on Tuesday, 22nd of November, in his ancestral home in Etserofoko village, that is in Michu Parish, and that is particularly Ayuvo West in Arua City. Now, on behalf of myself and the team here at the HardLock Podcast, we want to send our sincere condolences to you, Bar Spoken MC, and we hope that you and your family can recover from this shock, and we hope that we will see you back very soon. And may the soul of Musei rest in eternal peace. Now, moving national, ladies and gentlemen, I have for you a story, particularly on the man himself, Coco Finger, celebrated Ugandan dancehall singer, actually Moses Okori, that we commonly call as Coco Finger. Is nursing minor body injuries after surviving a very deadly car accident over last weekend. Now, the singer, who was in company of his crew, was traveling to Kampala. They were from Germany after holding an event. Now, he narrated that the car went off-road and overturned. Many people say it was probably over speeding, and the car went off-road around Kafu, where a number of his crew got stuck in the car. Many people were in there, but however, Coco Finger himself escaped with very minor injuries, and he decided to join other passers-by to actually try and remove his crew and friends from the carnage. Now, no death was reported by the time of this podcast while we're here. However, he is responding perfectly to treatment, and Coco Finger, we can't wait to have you back, and we wish you all the best and the quickest recovery. Going international, ladies, let's speak about a little bit of World Cup for those who love World Cup, and this is the time we talk about World Cup. Now, last week on the 20th of November, we saw the starting of the 2022 Qatar World Cup, whereby the best of the game, the best of the best, comes together from every nation in the world that qualifies, of course, to attend this. Now, being the host of the games, Qatar actually set up a couple of rules for FIFA and also for the fans, and a number of rules, including no drinking of alcohol, no much revealing clothes, and one of the most controversial so far that has gotten the world so crazy is that there's no homosexuality or LGBT activities whatsoever will be tolerated in Qatar, according to Qatar laws. Now, this particular rule has really driven the world crazy, and it has forced especially a couple of big names in the music industry and other different industries as well. Many people have boycotted and said they will never ever attend it. And one of the people that refused to come actually was Shakira, who performed a great deal in 2010. Remember the song she did, the theme for World Cup 2022 for 2010. And another person confirmed that refused to perform was Dua Lipa, who said that she was never performing for this event. But however, K-pop group BTS's Jungkook actually with Qatari singer Fahad Al-Kabaisha, who they all performed. Basically, this guy performed his song Dreamers, and a huge surprise also came in from actor Morgan Freeman, who had a fantastic speech with Ghanim Al-Mufta, a disabled Qatari YouTuber and philanthropist. Now, interestingly, how far this went is this. Now, BBC actually refused to broadcast the first hour of the opening of these games. That is how bad it was. It was so bad that they say you cannot do this, you cannot put all these kind of restrictions. They refused to broadcast the very first hour of the ceremony and the opening. Now, and instead, what they were doing was fun. In that particular time, while the openings were going on, they were actually relaying a pre-recorded match, Women's Super League match between Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur. Now, my only hope and wish in the future is for the Western world to understand that a number of countries set their own rules and regulations to how they want their things to be running. You cannot just come and impose your rules and regulations on people. So that was something very, very crazy. Now, this story came just as we are here on the HardLock Podcast. This was not even on the plan. And finally, our story about Squid Game actor Oh Young-soo, who is 78 years old now. The Squid Game actor actually has been indicted on charges of sexual misconduct. Now, the 78-year-old man who acted as old man in the movie, remember the old man, or some of you call him number one because it was number one. And according to local reports, the South Korean prosecution actually indicted him without detention on, and this happened just last Thursday. And this is something crazy and super crazy. And the reason, you know what it is? For touching a woman inappropriately. And when was that? 2017. So that is super crazy. And we'll keep you in touch exactly what happens on this particular stories. Ladies and gentlemen, those are all our stories for this particular week of the good and downright ugly. My name is Jousy Joshua Kooko, and this is the HardLock Podcast. And we would like to say a very special thank you to Triplex for hosting us for a couple of weeks. And we say thank you one more time. And like I said earlier, this show, particularly using the cameras, is dedicated to Alfred. You're watching, and I believe you're satisfied now that we're using cameras on the show. Now, let's get to a segment now. Like I told you, Aaron, we have the man himself, D'wayne Gabana. Let's get to a section where we have D'wayne Gabana interviewed live here at Also Art Studios in Varadri. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jousy Joshua Kooko. Like I told you, Aaron, we have the man himself, D'wayne Gabana, joining us. But before we get there, this particular episode is dedicated to Alfred Amsja, Panda, whatever you call yourself. You wanted us to have cameras. Now here we go. And we are at Oswa Art Studios in Vara. So it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to say this. He is the GOAT. He is the guy. He is the music legend. He is the current hit maker. I give you D'wayne Gabana. What up, my guy?
Easy.
Easy. You're good?
Very.
You don't look very good though.
Hey.
You look too perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, D'wayne Gabana is a musician from this part of the country. This is in the north. He's one of the biggest artists. He started off quite some time back in 2015 until today. You're most welcome, D'wayne, on the show. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How's life?
I'm feeling okay. Everything okay. The way is okay. Also, concept is okay.
Everyone is good. Mm-hmm. You were in Kampala. I'm told you're fully back in Arua.
I'm home. Home is home.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That is awesome. Welcome back to Arua. Me and this guy have a history back in the days in 2013. This guy, when he had not even started singing in 2013, this guy and me, we are in Fizori music, movie industry. And
when you used to steal.
Now, we are going to dive straight into the interview with D'wayne Gabana right now, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a few issues we would like to share with him and get his response on them. But D'wayne, let's start from back. Let's go back a little bit. Let's get back a little bit. Now, you started off as a dancehall artist. You had a couple of songs like My Girl, Party Time, Turn Me, and many other songs. So many amazing music. And now later on, you actually decided to move to slower kinds of music. You did like Nambalu, Malisi, and many others. Now, people had fallen in love with the dancehall D'wayne Gabana. Now, when you also shifted to the slower music, people also became crazy over you. In fact, your song Malisi is, I think, one of the biggest songs now. If you go to so many bars and clubs, people sing along to that song. Now, but what you, I think, forgot was that at this particular time, you were giving people some kind of imbalance of brand and identity. Now, from dancehall now to this slower jam. For example, your latest song, Emergency, it has not performed as we expected to perform. That's according to many people's views. I think I'm part of them. Now, how do you intend to bring people back to the identity of D'wayne? What are you doing particular? Are you a dancehall artist? Are you, what do you do?
The issue here is according to choice.
Yes.
Some people love reggae.
Yes.
Reggae, they are reggae fans, they are dancehall fans, they are zouk fans, they are Afro fans, they are amapiano fans.
Yeah.
Now, here comes the issue. If I sing an amapiano, only the amapiano fans will say, D'wayne music.
Yeah.
I am not like one-sided. I'm not amapiano side, I'm not dancehall side, I'm everywhere.
Okay.
All around. To tell you the truth is, there's always one part that you're much better in.
Yes,
Even
which
if
is,
you can,
for you?
Even if you can do other things.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a dancehall killer.
Yeah.
Skinny.
Bad
And
man.
I'm no longer skinny.
You're still skinny, you guy.
I used to
You should eat more.
I should eat more.
You should eat more.
Yeah, so me, I'm dancehall. I think that's where my vibe is. I think many of my guys know that.
Now, when you became a name in the industry, in Western industry, you became a big hit name. And the next thing we saw that D'wayne Gabana was out of this town. You were out of Arua. You are not so much present here for events. We didn't see you so much performing in events. Now is when you want to have events. But at that particular time, where did you go? Did you go to Kampala? Were you doing, what were you doing for quite some time? Not even lockdown, just before lockdown. You disappeared for quite some years.
Well, there comes a phase of life where you face some, personal issues.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you sit down and you tell yourself, I think I should give myself some time.
Yeah.
I will not discuss it here, but
yeah, okay, perfectly, it's okay.
I took a break from something.
Yeah.
But I'm now back to the fullest like never before. Just like they say, when the cat is away, the rats will
move around. When
it's back.
Now, obviously, there's no doubt that your absence from the industry caused you a lot of issues. A lot of people nearly forgot about D'wayne music. How are you trying to address that problem to make sure that you become relevant in this industry?
Yeah, I know my people.
Yeah.
Just you go to Kampala 1 week.
Yes.
Nobody will forget about you.
But now you're back and you want to get back in the industry. You're organizing shows, you're performing in many places.
I want to get back.
You're back.
I've always been there. You see, they say the wind might be silent, huh?
Yeah.
But it's always there.
Yeah.
There's a time when it is blowing, there's a time when it's calm. But it's always there.
But the question is, do you have particular strategies to make sure you come back in the industry? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is we're getting back and we're going to repackage.
Yeah.
It's like a repackage.
Wow.
I'm not saying that I want to start from zero, but I'm trying to rebrand more of what I have used to be, like what I used to do.
Yeah.
This one is a much bigger package.
Yeah.
A well packaged one, well programmed, with so many things coming in.
Yeah.
We shall have actually a team of management, whereby per se, let me say, stage manager, even a camera, the camera crew,
media team, and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is also to see that we expand.
Let's get into a little bit of controversy now here. This is the HardLock Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Like we always say, when you come here, you sign up for what is meant to be asked exactly. Now, in 2016, around 2016 actually, your song Selena was an immediate hit. When it came out of the studios, my goodness, that's one of the biggest songs in this industry, in this region.
Up to now.
Now, you were accused by the producer of the music for releasing the demo version of that song. It was actually not the original song. Now, I listened to both songs, and I'll tell you physically, I think I like the demo version more than the original. But why did you do that? Why did you release the demo to the world? Why did you keep the original song?
I have one issue.
Yes.
My music always gets out there, even without me knowing.
But this particular one was, the file was given to you as the artist.
This is what happened.
Yes.
I remember picking the demo just to listen to it.
Yes.
And then a friend of mine snoops in and steals it and takes it somewhere. Then when it reached there, it starts moving. So that's how it spread. So it went, and I left it to go. Yeah. Because when you leave an audio to go, you never catch it.
So it wasn't you. It was a colleague.
Definitely, I'll not do something like that. I'll want to wait for the mature one to be released.
Yeah. Now, but then speaking from that angle as well, also in 2017, another similar thing occurred. You were also involved in a similar saga Yeah. Now, artist Freeboy invited you over for a song he was doing. The song was called Only. And before the song came out also, we had the song out. And I've spoken to Freeboy, of course, and he says that the song, being an artist who featured in the song, because the song was his, but he invited you over for a verse. And when he did that, they gave the demo to you. You as well circulated the song out when it was not released, when it was not finished. And then that's where they ended the music. And he never, I think, removed the song out again. So how do you have back-to-back 2 issues of releasing demo songs out?
Me, I have issues with my friends.
Yeah.
They don't listen.
Okay, I'm not an investigative journalist, but I really, at this point, 2 things happening back-to-back. I don't think it is your friends at this point doing it anymore.
I think it took some time after I told them, you guys, before you pick something, you need to ask me first. It took some time. I think they forgot and they put me back to, because I know for them they know when something is good, they want to pick it and go on. I'll be like, hey, do you want us to listen on the new song first? With
Freeboy, here's the song.
Like so that's what happened. But I think ever since that time up to now, there's no leakage.
Wow. Now, as we conclude this interview, we know you're a very busy guy. We don't want to keep you here for too long. You have a lot of work to do now. And I just want to understand, and I have why I'm asking this. Currently, what do you do? Are you into music only? Do you go to school? Because you were in school last time. Awesome. You're doing an amazing course in Kampala. And do you work? What do you do currently? Because music, I was explaining to someone, music is not very sustainable. You reach a point, and I spoke to one of the biggest artists in this region, and I told him, boss, he told me, you guy, I must go to work. This music business might not give me everything I need. And he's a very big artist. How is it for you? Like, are you working? What are you doing?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course, I'm doing something.
Okay.
Though I cannot speak it out, but I cannot stand on one thing.
Yes.
Though, for now, I'm focusing on music because it's like a serious comeback.
Yeah.
I need to show the rats the cat is back. And I'm using someone to do the other.
Now, this next question I'm about to ask you, I told you earlier on, I never wanted to bring this question here on the show, but a couple of people have requested for me to ask this question. This is the HardLock, and this is your only time to speak about this. Now, a number of fans and celebrities in the industry, many people have come to me when they discovered I was going to host you, and they've asked me to particularly speak this with you. Now, the reason why I asked whether you're doing something is because they think that there's too much of you taxing them on the inboxes. Now, I ask a lot of money from people in the inboxes. Now, this is something I never want to discuss here, like I told you, but for the sake of our viewers, for the sake of people who really wanted to ask you this question, I think this is a nice opportunity for you to speak about it. Why do you tax people like an employed Ugandan? Are you broke? What is going on?
I don't know how I'm going to go about this. You have friends, right?
Yeah, I do. I do have friends.
There's a time you can talk to a friend. Maybe you can ask a few things. Maybe if you wanted something from someone.
Yes.
But particular people.
Yes. Not of course.
And you only ask from people you know that can be there.
Can be able to help you out.
Yeah. So this one also happens to anyone, right?
Yeah.
It's about help. Not that I be like I always want to ask from anyone.
Yeah.
But I fail to understand why some of them don't understand. I even explain to them on Facebook. Some of them do ask me.
Yeah.
Sometimes my account was hacked a bit.
Okay.
Someone was using my account. Actually, I changed my account like twice. So there was only one way I retreated my account. Yeah. I changed my
password.
My Google account. Because I put someone's account as a backup account for my Facebook. So
yes.
This is what I can say.
There you get it, viewers. That is what D'wayne Gabana has to say on this particular topic. For those who asked me, so many people asked me, came to my inbox and said I needed to ask D'wayne this question. I contemplated about it for quite some time, but I had to ask it, and there you go. You exactly have your answer. Now, D'wayne Gabana, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you so much for coming through. Now, you have 2 cameras. You have this camera right here. You have the other camera. I give you, speak to your fans, market your music. What is the future like for D'wayne Gabana in terms of music? What should we expect?
As D'wayne Gabana, I am back to the fullest.
Yeah.
This is still original D'wayne Gabana. And I'm going to give you what you never expected. This time it is much, much better and bigger. You can realize that these two songs I've released. Back and Mazara. Patricia, Dombre Fenton.
Oh my God, that song is awesome. Let's go.
Patricia, Dombre Fenton. That beat is a daughter to Lucifer.
Yes, go.
About these other questions, they asked, I've spoken the truth. I think I did not say let him not ask that. If I was someone, I would have stopped him.
Oh, you would have punched me by now.
I would have maybe said, you're spoiling my name or something like that. But I wanted to clear out something.
It's very important.
And I hope I spoke about it well. I hope I've explained it well.
But you see, that's why this show exists. This show exists so that we can give opportunities for people to air out things that are controversial about them. And a lot of people have appreciated the show, thinking that yes, this is the time we need to give out issues that happen to us. So thank you so much, D'wayne, for joining us. And that music is amazing. I love it so much. D'wayne, we're asking you to do for us 2 amazing songs for this particular segment. Before you leave, you're going to perform for us 2 songs as the tradition of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the section where we have D'wayne Gabana performing 2 of his biggest hits ever. Let's go.
Now this one comes from Delang Bakayad. A big tune. Big tune, party.
D'wayne Gabana, Chummy Promotions. It's coming to a weekend, I'm a feeling party hungry. And mother when we step in at the club, them a say put and drinks on me. On the party are cool, so are we going there one way? So if your party hungry, come shout it loud and say, party, party, to the party hungry. Party, party, we are party hungry. Party, party, to the party hungry. Party, walk away. Watch this. Son of bones and me bless pull up. Selector could you step up this up. Down go long pan head up me love. And more than where we stepping on the club. The girl them a twist west now me can't resist. Them cook good when them buzz like magic. Walk away. Inna your practice all time with them on the bashman we can't miss. We go. Una party cool so girl we go. If your party hungry come we go. Girl come party, party to the party hungry. Party, party we are party hungry. Party, party to the party hungry. Party, walk away. Le matongo andusira. Manga mani tuandusira. Le kumanga tuandusira. Mikabiri leda mara lewa tuandusira. Yeah. Shut up yourself. Jiggle and expose yourself. Follow me bumper girl, do it yourself. And we do it for the first, now we do it for ourselves. We go. Me on me. We go. If your party hungry, now waste time, girl, me on me.
It's Ace on this.
This is the original. D'wayne Gabana.
Back, she wanna bend back. She wanna bend back.
When you need comfort in life, you need time and get that time. If you know you love to grind, Kupata hand on this full day. Just go and find some way. If you really wanna party, yes I see. Patricia, don't prefer Jennifer is siding Lucifer. Patricia, don't prefer Jennifer. That bitch is a daughter to Lucifer. Angela, be well free. Angela, be happy. Live life under the bend back. Live life under the bend. If every day was a party day, life will be very okay. I don't care about the economy. That's why I clap on nobody. Masayo, I be me man a rich on me. For me and my baby, I'm gonna correct for my own
bounce, I feel like dancing and partying. That's why I Patricia, don't boyfriend Jennifer side Lucifer. Patricia, don't boyfriend Jennifer. That bitch is a daughter to Lucifer.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming one more time. My name is Jousy Joshua Kooko, and that was D'wayne Gabana for you. Please drop a like and subscribe to this channel, HardLock with Jousy Joshua Kooko. Until we meet next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have for you big things coming up next. I'm out. Bye-bye.